local boy. Ganesh is here, and Army, which has produced lots of finest athletes in the past. Ankush Pawar, he is there. Naresh Chopra of Rajasthan, Rajat Pal from Uttarakhand is there. The race has started. Ram Naresh sir, it's on to you. So,
So this is the flight B for men's 10,000 meter, and we have seen a very close contest in the flight 1 where Rahul, Vinod Singh, Karthik and Vikas Kumar Bind was in race A. It was a very close contest. Let's see in flight B race where number 690 Rajesh Manmaya is the present leader, and this is a long way to go. 24 laps to go for men's 10,000 meter. The national record is 27:00.22, 27 minutes 00.22 seconds for the national record, but it's a big bunch. Top athletes are vying for the excellence here at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Indian Athletics Series 3. And my co-commentator is Anand. He's from the Delhi Metros, and let's see the dark horses when they will show their cards in the coming laps. But it's early stage, early race, so there will be a big bunch, and there will be a frequent change of leaders. There will be up and downs, but this is who can hold their nerve and who can show the resilience here at the flight B of men's 10,000 meter race. Abdul Mahfouz, Shailesh Kushwaha, Dinesh, Tanmay Pawar, Pankaj Yadav. A great lineup here at the men's 10,000 meter.
well, I was introducing you to the athletes. The remaining athletes are as follows. These are Rajat Pal of Uttarakhand. Then we have Digambar Kumar of Sikkim, and Sahil Sagar, another athlete from the army, is also competing here. Then from Rajasthan we have Pawan. Then another athlete from Maharashtra, Kamalakar Deshmukh. From Gagandeep is from Punjab. Then we have Subhashis Ghosh from Railways. From Meghalaya we have Marshall. Then Amardeep from Uttarakhand. Rakesh Mamaya from Rajasthan. From Punjab we have Simran Singh and Lokesh Kumar from Rajasthan. So 21 athletes are competing into this race, and at the moment the lead is with Rajesh Manmaya of Rajasthan, and the second spot is with Shailesh Kushwaha of Karnataka, and at the third spot at the moment is Simran Singh from Punjab. But these are the early stages of the races, and these long distance races is not about preserving your stamina and energy for the better time or for the last lap or the last lap or two, but it's about judging that how much energy that the other athletes have in their body. You need to be very psychological about not only your energy level but also about the energy level of your opponents. And most of the times we have seen that the person who remained in the shadows at the second and the third spot went on to win the race. It's all about the stamina, the energy that we all know, but also about the preservation and that spark for the right moment. And it's the early stages of the race, but at the moment we are seeing that four athletes have fallen behind, and 17s are into the first bunch of athletes. They are running with preserving their energy, and no one is taking the initiative, as we all know that these are the strategies that most of the athletes follow in these long distance races to preserve their stamina and energy for the final push. We are reaching towards the 5th minute mark. Still the lead is with Rajesh Maurya, but these are the early stages. About 1/6 of the race have gone by, and as we can see that the Mondo, as our senior athlete Milind was mentioning, that Mondo athletic track, these are the international standard track, and it recognized by the World Athletics. It's a privilege for the nation that we have such world-class track for the athletes in India, and Athletics Federation of India has done a lot for it. Now, for the first time, it's Shailesh Kushwaha who have decided to move ahead of the pack, and he is ahead by about 10 meters from the rest of the field. All have to do something so that the lead does not get wide enough. Ram,
Salesh Kushwaha, if we see that uh, tiny boy, Salesh Kushwaha, and we can see that the champions comes in all shape and size, and we see that Rajesh Manmaya number 690, then Simran Singh 626, and Shailesh Kushwaha now 906. So we have seen that athletes representing various state. Here number 446, Shailesh Kushwaha is has decided that yes, I will lead from the front. I will show my cards, and he had decided. It's always an advantage, and you get tapped up, you get motivated when you are uh, running. This is also advice from the experienced coaches. Their wisdom is that yes, front running is always, put pressure on your co-runners. So, but it's a long way to go. It's almost 20 laps plus to go. So there will be many changes. But 446, Shailesh Kushwaha is leading. He's representing Karnataka here. So earlier we seen that athletes from Maharashtra, and we seen that Maharashtra has produced some of the big names like Avinash Savale, and this Karthik is coming to this 10,000 meter. So number 446, Shailesh Kushwaha is in a fray for the excellence in men's 10,000 meter flight B.
absolutely, and the gap is widening, and some of the athletes from the back has to push their limits. Yeah, you were talking right, Ram sir, that many fine athletes have come from Maharashtra, especially from the region of Bid, which is a very arid region. Talking about not only the men but also in the women's section, we have seen very fine athletes in the long distance races from the Maharashtra. To name a few, like Lalita Babar, and Sanjeevani Jadhav, Kavita Raut, and talking about Kavita Raut, I remember the fact that in 2010, when two of the athletes, Kavita Raut and her Didi, as she used to call her, the Prija Sridharan, both of them went on to fetch the gold and the silver double, and then in the silver and the bronze. You must be remembering, Ram, then at the Guangzhou Asian Games, and that was the first time that two Indian racers in the women's section finished in the top two of the race, and then in the second and third position. And the man behind them was Nikolai Sarov of Belarusian, the finest Belarusian coach, and it was actually the shekel in the minds of most of the athletes. Particularly the Indians, that they cannot compete in the long distance races. We have produced, as you already have heard the few name of them in the past, like the Shivnath Singh, but in the women's section and also in the men, we saw a very dry spell of medals for the Asians, but those were the memories that I still remember in my mind, that when we saw two Indian finishers at the podium. At the Asian stage. Now, lead is shifting among the athletes in the second pack. Still some distance to go, and at the second position right now, in the green is Panchanan Bera of West Bengal. But still the lead is with Shailesh. Ram, what do you think about this race?
we have seen Shailesh Kushwaha is leading the pack with some significant lead is there. That we can't see in a frame the trailing runners. So that lead can be a very deciding factor in coming laps. But still, many laps to go for the men's 10,000 meter race B here at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. And number 446, Sailesh Kushwaha is representing Karnataka, is leading the pack. And in the second bench there is a Panchanan Bera. We have seen him in leading Rajesh Manmaya, and Simran Singh was also in the pack. But this boy is really amazing and setting a grueling pace for the men's 10,000 meter. Sailesh Kushwaha of Karnataka going for a big day win here at the Nehru Stadium. We have the total two heats, and uh, 42 athletes are competing in two different races and representing from various states and Railway Sports Control Board, Meghalaya, Punjab, Maharashtra. So if we see the ecosystem of the endurance sports in India is really improving, and these athletes are burning candle day and night to prove their metals in the endurance sports. Here, number 446, Shailesh Kushwaha. We can see a fantastic running gait and showing no sign of fatigue, going stronger and stronger by every lap. So here is Shailesh Kushwaha of Karnataka in the race B is leading the men's 10,000 meter, and I think he's showing no sign of any fatigue, and almost a distance of 70 odd meters he's leading from the pack of men's 10,000 meter race. This boy is amazing, and the way he's running and showing no sign of body language is fantastic, and running gait is absolutely wonderful. If you see his arm actions, and what a tall running and small boy, but this is his will to win is very high. Shailesh Kushwaha leading by a margin of almost 90 meters, a very significant lead that will be means irreparable and irrecoverable for the trailing athletes. Over to Anand for the flight B of men's 10,000 meter.
Talking about the strategies, and remember Lalita Babar when she was competing in the World Athletics meet in the final, and she was ahead from the rest of the field, and she maintained the edge over the rest of the field, run at the first position. But when the last lap came, she was overpowered by the African athletes. But this is not looking like the case, and Shailesh is about 90 meters ahead from the rest of the field. Still, the athletes are trying from the behind, but who knows? Anything can happen. We have crossed the halfway mark of the race. Very fine athletes have emerged from Maharashtra, as we were talking. About we have crossed the halfway mark of the race. Very fine athletes have emerged from Maharashtra, as we were talking about. And as I was mentioning, it's fine to see that athletics in the long distance is emerging from all corners of the nation. It's nice to see that the athlete from Karnataka is running at the first position. Earlier, we have seen that athletes from Uttarakhand has done fairly well, and also from Rajasthan in these races, also from Punjab. The reason being is that these areas, the hilly areas, give you more kind of endurance right from your childhood when you have to reach to your school and to your offices, and you have to take water from a lot of sources, and that give you a natural kind of endurance and your stamina into the lower body and give you a good kind of gravity into the body. So we have seen that, but tonight it's nice to see that the representation from many parts of the nation who are competing here in this field. Shailesh is still maintaining the age. Ram,
Yeah, Anand has rightly expressed that in entire world, the ecosystem of athletics is majorly is coming from the remotest areas, coming from the villages. As you know, the lifestyle and working in fields make you athletes naturally and built up your basic strength, your basic endurance when you are working in fields. We have seen that a lot of athletes who are into the villages are coming and they are taking challenges, they are experimenting. Shailesh Kushwaha is a big lead here at the men's 10,000 meter, and I think that is not going to uh, reduce. This is a very significant lead boy from the Karnataka. So we have seen that the long distance runners are coming from Uttarakhand, from Maharashtra, and every state, Karnataka. Earlier we have seen Gojan Singh from Manipur. So the ecosystem of this Indian athletics is really, I mean, it's growing in leaps and bounds, and these boys are amazing. They are burning candle day and night. You know, going for 10,000 meters, uh, it's a, every day is a challenge. Every day is a challenge, and you have to fight against your mind. You have to work against your will. Early rising, restricting your fast foods, and going for a strict resume. Now they have the trust after that Neeraj Chopra's gold and after the Gulveer Singh's sub 27 minutes. And now the Indian athletes. And one point I would like to mention that um, during NITJAM, the Sebastian Coe has mentioned, it was in a video opening ceremony from address by the opening address was by the Sebastian Coe. He mentioned India is the sleeping giant in the world athletics. We have seen that number is almost doubled in compared to the last Olympic. 36 odd athletes were competing in the last edition of the Olympics, whereas in 2000 we were only 8. So we can see that how the Indian athletes are, I mean, just from 8 to 36, and we are into every event ranging from middle distance to long distance. But here the man on the board is Shailesh Kushwaha of Karnataka.
the battle is reducing now for the second and the third spot only because Shailesh is still maintaining the edge. And yes, you were rightly mentioning, Ram, that The athletic scene in India is rising leaps and bounds, and particularly in the last 15 or 20 years. Previously, it was only an achievement to qualify for the Olympics, and we used to celebrate the fourth or the fifth spot only. But right now, we are competing for the medals, and especially that Neeraj Chopra moment was, I could, if I could have to go to the compare it with the, it is just like the Viswanathan Anand moment of the chess, where he gave the feeling for the Indians that hey, we cannot be only the side venture or the watcher of the game, and we can compete, and not only compete, but we can win medals. And as you have seen that three Indians in the chess are competing in the candidates at the moment, and Vaishali is at a good position. But coming back to the athletic track, it's very very nice to see that athletics is seen is emerging right, with good support from the corporates, the Reliance Foundation, uh, the other GSW, and also with the support from the AFI, the officials, that sports scene of athletics is rising, not only in one of a few clusters of the nation, but in many parts of the nation. A lot of athletes have gone 2 laps down, in fact, in this race, but still showing no sign of diminishing in the speed is Shailesh Kushwaha. I guess that was the fourth lap or the third lap, Ram, if I'm not wrong, that he went ahead of the pack. And since then, he's going only stronger and stronger, but not with a burst of speed. But he knows that he has a lot in his head and lot in his legs. And that's what he's displaying here at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. On a wonderful morning, this is the Indian Athletics Series 3. Remember, lots of Indian athletes are participating, and the participation of the nation of the athletes is only rising and rising. And that's a good sign that more people are turning towards the track. And if we get more footfall on the track by the athletes, that give you a good basket, uh, good competitive edge, good competition, and that competition not only stretches your limit but the limits of the others, and also the leaders that they have are constantly under the threat, that they if have to maintain their edge, the supremacy, and have to retain the crown, then they are under constant surveillance by the fellows, and they have to be at their best all the time. And talking about Gulveer Singh, he is the man who is the poster boy for all the long distance athletes here in India. And remember that what the man from Atrauli in Uttar Pradesh, and as my fellow athlete Milind was mentioning, that he is just like Duplantis of the nation in this long distance races, particularly for the reason that he is shattering the records in whichever race he is competing at his own will. Won the double at the Gumi in the 5,000 and 10,000, the Gulveer Singh. He got resistance in the 5,000, I remember, but went on to win easily the 10,000 one. Ram, what do you think about this race? We are about the 20th minute mark, and still not a lot time to go. Still, the lead is with Shailesh. Are you sure that he'll maintain this?
Absolutely. I mean, you know that anything can be happen in a race, and because the trailing boys has also worked hard, but this lead is not going to repair, I think, and ultimate winner can be Shailesh Kushwaha for the flight B of men's 10,000 meter race, and as he's going sailing easily, and he has decided to lead, and the lead, I think 100-meter lead is almost it's 21 minutes and 7 or 8 odd minutes to go, so that lead is not going to be repaired. Shailesh Kushwaha is way ahead of the the rest of the bunch here at the men's 10,000 meter race. It shows that he has put a lot of work, and he has thousand of miles under his legs. Very bouncy running, and very tall running he is showing. Good arm actions, and fantastic economy of running here by Shailesh Kushwaha. We can see the trailing runners, their body language, their face, but this boy has, I mean, very strong resilience and fantastic display of his endurance capacity here at the Indian Athletics Series 3. The Indian athletics is coming with a lot of competitions from sub junior to the senior sections. The entire calendar is packed. We have competitions, specific competitions in jumps, in throws, in relays. We have seen that what a fantastic calendar by the Athletic Federation of India for the Indian athletes. This boy, like sun is rising, he is rising here in 10,000 meter. Shailesh Kushwaha of Karnataka.
Yes, you are right, Ram. At not only in the track but also in the fields, the throws, the jumps, the India is rising rapidly. We have some promising athletes coming onto the scene. The Shaili Singh and coming to my mind in the long jump. Our next Anju Babi George. But here, looking at this race, and the persons who are competing for the second and third spot, they are in this cluster of six, and anything can happen. In fact, cluster of four, I can say, in which we have Rakesh Mamaya, Simran Singh, and also Subhash Ghosh. The battle has now reduced down to only the bronze in the silver, or I can say the second and the third spot. But that man is still strong on the field. Shailesh, many athletes are two laps down in this race. But Shailesh, at your picture of a composer, and he is still cool and burning his energy with quite efficiency. You can look at the distance that he has maintained over the rest of the field. No one is in the frame yet. Now they are emerging. So it's about still the 80 meters gap between him and the rest of the field. At a picture, running with the great endurance. About 2 laps to go for the completion of this race. Ram. Yes, the battle has now reduced down to the second and the third spot only. Shailesh is still 80 meters ahead. He is not stretching his lead actually. He is just maintaining and preserving his energy and stamina, maybe for these last few strides that he has to take. And going on down there, and at the second spot, the battle, and the second and the third, in fact, I can say that the spot there, here in the frame, the men are that Amardeep, Rajesh Mamaya, Simran, and Subhash Ghosh, and also Panchanan Behra. They are in the pack at the second and the third position. They are six athletes competing in that one, but still the athlete from Karnataka is there. We have seen athletes from Kerala in the long distance races, but not a lot from Karnataka. And this man is spearheading that moment for other athletes who are emerging from that state. It's nice to see that a Karnataka athlete is leading it and lighting the scene of the Indian athletics here in the national capital of the nation. What an athletic track and what a scene is this.
So Shailesh here in the men's 10,000 meter, fantastic display of stamina and endurance by Shailesh Kushwaha of Karnataka. It's a 27 minute past 45 seconds for a men's 10,000 meter. Keeping his head high, keeping his chin high. Brave run by this boy from Karnataka, and just going and shooting for the stars in men's 10,000 meter. This is what we talk about, that what you do in a stadium is speaks during your big competitions. Shailesh Kushwaha of Karnataka. I think there is no challenge for him here and the 10,000 meter. With a big margin, big margin, he's leading the flight B of men's 10,000 meter. Shailesh Kushwaha. So no challenge to him. Going easily, sailing smoothly in men's 10,000 meter. Shailesh Kushwaha of Karnataka. What an electrifying performance. Entering into the home state. A fantastic and panoramic view here at the Nehru Stadium. And also a venue for the Indian Soccer League. Wonderful area, magnificent facilities. And here the bell lap goes on for a men's 10,000 meter, 25th lap. What a pace the Shailesh Kushwaha has set up. Keeping his head high, keeping his chin high, and shooting for the stars. Last 200 meters to go. And Karthik Jayaraj has clocked 30 minutes 08.94 seconds. So let's see whether he can beat his timing here. His 29 minute past 21 seconds. Although no challenge for him. In previous race there was a shoulder to shoulder finish, but this boy has to challenging personally, entering into the home state. Last bent, looking so stronger. Great display of sprinting here, because this is the last position where your sprinting ability comes, that decides your fate. But this boy is amazing running. No challenge for him. Alone going for and shooting for the stars. Great display of his sprinting action. Look his arm action. It's like a poetry in motion here, going for the glory in men's flight B. Shailesh Kushwaha of Karnataka. 30 minutes 01 second, and this is better than the earlier heat that has been run by Karthik Jayaraj.
Yeah, the Panchanan Behra has just finished at the second position. All the athletes are totally exhausted, and what they saw is a race by Shailesh, and he was running like a Ferrari. And if I'm not wrong, then it is McLaren team of the Formula One at the moment, which is leading the pack for a lot of time, or the Red Bull of Max Verstappen. But here at your picture is the moment for Shailesh Kushwaha. He's not looking happy. Maybe he was thinking that he could have done more, but he's looking quite exhausted, and he should be. Yeah, praying high. There is Amardeep. Sorry, Simran of Punjab, and yeah, now he is looking quite poised. And these races take up everything from you, because the 10,000 meter is not only about the endurance, but also give everything now. He's in the smile, and now stopping for the picture. Yes, It's nice to see him smiling and showing the victory sign and the thumbs up from both of his palms, sponsored by State Bank of India. Shailesh Kushwaha. Yeah, as these are the races where athletes also judge their timings, that how good they have competed, because these are the test of their daily practice. That once you compete among the athletes of the nation at a highest level, then only the pressure and the endurance and the stamina comes to the test. And when they will review their race lap by lap, then they will further improve your stature.
So this is a fantastic, beautiful morning here at the Nehru Stadium, and we have witnessed the uh, two wonderful races of men's 10,000 meter. And next up is for the women's 10,000 meter, where we have a lineup of different athletes from across the India. 28 athletes will be vying for and will be trying to prove their mettle in endurance for women's 10,000 meter.